Atlanta's rap scene is falling apart, and now, Lil Baby might be the next one facing a RICO case. But the wild part? Police say 2 kids lost their lives because of one music video, and they're blaming him for it. First YSL, then YFN. Now all eyes are on 4 picofarads. The feds say Lil Baby's crew is next, and the evidence they claim to have could end his entire career. Imagine beating a RICO case, only to have your best friend call you a snitch, your label shut down, and cops blaming you for the death of 2 kids. That's where Lil Baby stands right now, and it's only getting darker. Atlanta police are pointing fingers at a local rapper, claiming one of his music videos sparked violence that led to tragic deaths, including those of 2 young children. They say the rapper crossed into a rival neighborhood to film the video, a move they're calling reckless and cowardly. Meanwhile, shocking news broke today about why Lil Baby has been quietly stepping away from music. According to reports, the Atlanta District Attorney is preparing a RICO case against him and his crew for picofarads for pockets full. His close friends Young Thug and Ghana already faced similar charges, and now it seems Lil Baby could be next. DJ Academics discussed the case on stream, explaining that the federal authorities are now targeting 4 picofarads. He cited Atlanta journalist George Chitty, who previously predicted the YSL RICO indictment before it happened. Chitty revealed that Georgia's public defender's special gang unit is already preparing for new racketeering charges involving 4 picofarads and OMF, and that an indictment for Lil Baby is expected soon. Not long after this news surfaced, Young Thug reacted on social media, calling out someone from the DA's office. He posted a photo of Marissa Viviero, claiming she was the biggest liar in the DA's office. He even reposted a message that said, "All my homies hate Viviero." That post stirred major controversy. Since Thug is still under probation, authorities viewed it as a possible threat toward a government official, a move that could violate his release terms. Investigators believe Thug did it because Marissa is involved in the OMF case and has been helping prosecutors link Lil Baby for picofarads and OMF to ongoing gang-related violence. Marissa, who reportedly worked undercover, testified that investigators had wiretap recordings suggesting Lil Baby may have placed tickets on people's heads, meaning bounties to have them harmed. In court, officials explained that tickets referred to money being offered to target rivals. One of the calls mentioned that Dominique Jones' Lil Baby had allegedly paid for people to be dealt with. The allegations quickly spread online, leading to rumors that Lil Baby was retiring from music. His label, Wolfpack Global Music, even hinted at his departure in an Instagram post. But many believe this move was strategic, a way to quietly step back while the investigation unfolds. Then came another twist. A leaked interrogation video of Young Thug began circulating online, where he appeared to make promises to cooperate. Not long after, a recorded jail call surfaced in which Thug called QSP, Quality Control CEO, a rat and accused Lil Baby of associating with him. In the clip, Thug can be heard saying, "That man's a rat." You can't be rocking with that and still preaching loyalty. He made it clear that, in his eyes, working with an informant crossed the line, even if that person once helped your career. Shortly after that recording leaked, Lil Baby and Young Thug reportedly crossed paths at a music event. Witnesses described the encounter as tense and uncomfortable, a sign that their once solid friendship might be falling apart under the weight of legal troubles and betrayal rumors. Young Thug is worried he might be the reason Lil Baby is stepping away from music. Earlier today, Thug posted a long emotional message on Instagram, writing, "Wham, pick up the phone. Talk to me. I taught you everything you know about this. We're for lifers. Don't let the rats win. You're a real one, but you hide it. You even gave some guys in this case $75,000 to help with their lawyers and never spoke about it. I wish the world knew the truth that you're real. I tried to show people that. We're solid. We don't talk, we move with respect. We learned that from Pluto and the OGs who showed us how to do this music thing. It's all love and respect from my end." But according to reports, Lil Baby might have already made a big move of his own. While the feds were digging deeper into his activities, he quietly shut down his record label for picofarads for pockets full, reportedly to avoid it being officially labeled a street organization. In an interview clip that resurfaced online, Lil Baby explained, "I had to realize people's actions around me could get me in trouble. I didn't understand that before. If I got any control, I'm switching everything up. It's not even about the police, it's just about being smarter. I never meant for my label to look like something from the streets." But that explanation didn't stop the public from connecting him to tragedy. The Atlanta Police Department has directly linked Lil Baby to the deaths of 2 individuals last summer, and they're not holding back. Police say it all started during a music video shoot in a rival neighborhood last May. According to officers, 7 people have been arrested so far in connection with the case involving Jackie Davis and Lamont Freeman, who both lost their lives in the aftermath. One officer stated, "This team will work relentlessly to hold Lil Baby accountable." He added that Lamont Freeman, just 13 years old, was killed by a gang, orchestrated by adults, after what he called cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper who entered a rival stronghold to film a video where he knew he shouldn't have been. That same night, a local woman accidentally revealed Baby's location on social media while he was filming. She went live, saying, "We out here chillin', Lil Baby shootin' a video right here. He came to get him some tacos, baby. Pull up, y'all know how we do." Moments later, rival gang members showed up and gunfire broke out. Police later admitted the shooters might not have known Baby was there until that live post went viral, but they're still holding him responsible for triggering the situation. Fans are now worried this might end his career completely. One person commented, "If Baby gets hit with a RICO, that's it. His career's already hanging by a thread." Even DJ Academics weighed in on the drama, saying during a live stream, "Bro, Baby needs a verse from Thug right now. He needs him to pop out and save this rollout. Something's off. It's like his confidence is gone, like the talent got shaken out of him." But this story runs deeper than music. It's also about loyalty, betrayal, and how fast things can change in Atlanta's rap scene. For the first time since his arrest, Young Thug spoke about his relationship with Ghana during a recent interview. When asked where they stand now, he paused before replying quietly, "I don't know." That single line said a lot. Fans believe the tension between Thug, Baby, and Ghana goes back to Ghana's plea deal in the YSL RICO case, which may have indirectly affected 4 picofarads and forced Baby to shut everything down. Meanwhile, the Atlanta DA, Fani Willis, seems determined to clean up the city's rap scene. Just a month after Ghana's release, Lil Baby was arrested for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit. His bond was set at $5,000, and footage from his arrest shows him arguing with officers. "You locking me up for this? I got a license. I pay 200 bands a year for security. Y'all don't even make that here." Still, the situation only got worse. Months later, DJ Academics revealed he had an evidence file listing which rappers the Atlanta feds were planning to target next. At the top of that list? 4 picofarads. With every new update, it's becoming clear that Atlanta's rap empire, once united by music, is now being torn apart by legal battles, betrayal, and fear. DJ Academics recently shared something that has the hip-hop world buzzing. He claimed he's heard from inside sources that Atlanta's next big RICO case is already lined up, and it involves a few familiar names. "I've heard who's next," he said. "Top rappers. Real big names. One of them's one of the biggest in the game right now. I'm not saying the name, but if you're paying attention, you already know who I'm talking about. 3 letters. Atlanta. Been running the charts." He didn't say it directly, but fans instantly guessed he was talking about 4 picofarads, Lil Baby's crew. After the YSL case, where Young Thug and Ghana were both charged, District Attorney Fani Willis didn't get the long sentences she wanted. Now, many believe she's shifting her focus toward Lil Baby and 4 picofarads. According to Academics, Willis had a long list of Atlanta rappers she wanted to target. She went after Thug. She went after YFN. 4 picofarads was next, he explained. But the feds stepped in and told her, "Don't worry. We got it." That's why state charges didn't go harder at first. They knew the feds were waiting for their turn. That, he said, might explain why Lil Baby has been moving differently lately, staying quiet, avoiding drama, and rarely posting online. "He's not on federal watch yet," AK said. "He's on county and state watch. He's trying not to draw any more attention." For almost the entire YSL trial, Baby stayed silent, something that confused fans. But looking back, it might have been strategy. He was laying low, trying to avoid becoming the next target. Even so, he still ended up having a few run-ins with the law. In one incident, Baby was pulled over for illegal window tints. "Man, you know why I pulled you over?" the officer asked. "The windows, they're too dark." Lil Baby replied, "I'm a celebrity, bro. Nobody can see me. Just give me my ticket." The cop let him off with a warning, but the footage later mysteriously corrupted, and not long after, he was pulled over again and arrested. Luckily, Baby's lawyer flew out the same night and got him bailed out immediately. But this wasn't the end of his problems. Fans began speculating that Gunna's plea deal might have included information that could hurt Lil Baby, and others even claimed Young Thug accidentally said too much during his own jail calls. Multiple recorded phone conversations of Thug leaked online, including one where he mentioned Pee Wee Roscoe and the 2015 shooting of Lil Wayne's tour bus. In the call, Thug can be heard saying, "That was in Atlanta. I don't even know who did that. They said Roscoe, but I don't know. I'm not trying to mess up the case by saying his name. I just don't know." That small moment caused a massive reaction across the rap world. Some fans thought Thug was trying to distance himself, while others claimed he accidentally gave up someone's name. Even 6ix9ine jumped in with a rant, calling out the double standards in hip-hop. "Where's all that energy now? Y'all pick and choose who gets called a snitch. Y'all say it's different every time. Nah, bro. You talk to cops, that's telling. Period." The backlash grew as clips of Thug's interrogation spread, showing him openly discussing crimes and people's names. Ysel Mondo, one of Thug's former affiliates, even said in an interview, Thug definitely slipped up. He said too much. Between leaked calls, old beefs, and federal attention, the walls seem to be closing in on Atlanta's biggest rappers. And if academics is right, for Pico Farids might be next in line. Imagine beating a serious RICO case, something that could have easily turned into a life sentence, and instead of laying low or being grateful, you come home still pushing the same rat narrative. That's wild. Some people would see that kind of second chance as a blessing, stay humble, and move on. But instead, you come back stirring up drama, talking about who's real and who's not. And look what happened. It came right back around to you. But that's not even the main issue. The real problem is how deep the brainwashing goes. People are still defending it, saying things like, "He didn't snitch, bro," even though you can literally hear him speaking on tape. If you sit down with the feds and start naming names, like saying Roscoe did this or that, and that same person ends up doing 10 years because of it, how is that not snitching? Yet folks online still pretend it's loyalty. That mindset is crazy. It's like everyone's just waiting around for someone to put them on, hoping to get a piece of success from someone else's name. Some of y'all are worse than the rats you call out. You did 10 years behind that situation, and now you're on the internet defending the same man who said your name out loud? That's not loyalty, that's blindness. But that was only the start. Woody later spoke out, warning rappers to keep their distance from Young Thug before they got pulled down with him. He even said people misunderstood Gunna's situation, that Thug and the streets weren't what they seemed. Woody was basically saying, leave Gunna alone, he didn't do anything wrong. He pointed out how Thug himself once admitted he didn't sign Lil Baby because he didn't want to drag him into his lifestyle. Get your money, Thug said, but stay out of this. He even called out others, like 21 Savage, telling them to do the same. Because when someone has nothing left to lose, they'll take everyone down with them. And when it's time to face the consequences, they'll stand on their own or they'll fold. 21 Savage must have taken that message seriously because the very next day, he unfollowed Young Thug on social media. Woody later explained why he warned everyone. He said he'd been manipulated by Thug in the past. According to him, Young Thug never paid for a lawyer during his interrogations, leaving him to handle everything alone. For years, Woody defended Thug, but looking back, he realized he'd been controlled by loyalty that wasn't returned. He admitted his own mistakes too. "You're never supposed to be in that room without a lawyer," he said. "That man had all that money. He should have made sure we were straight. But I was so caught up defending him, I couldn't even see it." Woody reflected on how they never really knew what they were getting into, and if they had, they would have never stepped into that life at all. Even now, he says there are things he still doesn't respect about it. With few people left in Thug's corner, his sister eventually stepped up, saying people were only calling him a snitch because they knew he couldn't come back to Atlanta. She accused others of using his name for clout, reminding everyone that Thug wasn't the one talking, it was just people taking advantage while he couldn't defend himself. Woody admitted that for a long time, he blindly defended Young Thug. Looking back, he realized how manipulated he had been. "It's not even Thug's job to take care of us," he said. "But I was too loyal to see the truth. I didn't even know what I was getting into. If I did, I would have never been part of it." He explained that there were many things about the situation he didn't respect back then, and still doesn't to this day. With almost no one publicly standing by Young Thug anymore, his sister finally spoke up. She said people were only calling him a snitch because they knew he couldn't come back to Atlanta. According to her, a lot of people were pretending to be loyal online, acting like they supported Thug, when in reality, They were just taking advantage of his situation. "Y'all know my brother can't come back here," she said. "That's the only reason you're clicking up and talking tough on the internet." But that wasn't the end of it. Soon after, another leaked jail recording surfaced, this time of Young Thug speaking with 21 Savage. In the audio, Thug said he wished other rappers hadn't been so quick to call Ghana a snitch. It wasn't clear whether Thug was defending Ghana or just expressing disappointment in how the situation unfolded. "I'm not going to say anything about you on the internet," Thug said. "I'm not trying to chase clout like some people." Yeah, Dirk said something, but that's just disappointment, not hate, or depending on who they like. If it's an artist they love, they'll make excuses. If it's someone they don't mess with, suddenly they're shouting "rat" from the rooftops. The first question isn't "did he snitch?" It's "do we like him?" Because if we do, we'll twist the story. "He didn't really tell," they'll say. "He just mentioned his homie's name, but they're not even cool anymore." Or another classic, "Ain't nobody locked up 'cause of what he said, so how's that snitching?" And then the fan favorite, "He just spun the cops, bro. If anything, he helped." It's the same thing that happened with Ghana. Some fans defended him like he did nothing wrong, others turned on him completely. But here's the truth, most regular listeners don't actually care about the street code. As academics put it, "I'm a civilian. I don't care about snitching." Most people don't. We'll listen to King Von, Lil Baby, or Thug, even if they're rapping about things we don't live. Fans love the music, not the morals. While rappers stress about keeping it real, regular folks are just watching the chaos unfold like it's a movie. "Yo, this is great," he joked. "It's a whole snitch off. And we're just here watching them prove themselves." But for Young Thug, things got serious. He dropped a new track, and in the video, he recreated the exact moment he walked out of jail. You can even see his lawyer in the background, and Thug's wearing the same outfit he had on when he took his plea deal. In the clip, his voice is calm. "I just hope you allow me to go home today. I'll do better as a person. I never want to see this place again." The judge replied with his sentence, 40 years, with 5 to serve in prison and the rest on probation. Still, Thug's freedom didn't last long. Reports soon surfaced that the state of Georgia wanted to revoke his probation and send him back behind bars. That's when Benzino spoke out, blasting the system for leaking Thug's private jail phone calls, something he said was flat out unconstitutional. "How can the prison system leak a man's private conversations?" he asked. "There's no watermark on those clips. TMZ didn't buy them. I'm telling you, the government leaked them on purpose. They've got entire communication teams tracking social media and shaping public opinion." He argued the leaks were strategic, designed to turn the public against Thug while making it look like evidence instead of invasion. Meanwhile, academics was getting tired of watching all these back and forths online. From his perspective, all these rappers are rich and successful, yet they keep trying to prove who's more street. "I like Thug. I like Ghana. I liked them before, I'll like them after," he said. But here's the problem, they're millionaires still trying to live by the street code. They made it out, but they can't let go of the image. Then academics pointed out something deeper. He said it's wild to see so many rappers breaking down emotionally over the case. "I just saw what he posted. I'm not okay." Like, bro, since when do gangsters sound like that? "Everyone in this situation needs therapy," he said. And maybe he's right. When YSL was at its peak, they were living the dream, money, fame, power. But behind the luxury, they were trapped in the same mindset they came from. And when the law came knocking, reality hit hard. Suddenly, everyone started thinking about their mothers, their families, their freedom. For the first time, we're watching so-called gangsters realize they might actually need healing, not headlines.